Hello, this is Jim Rogers at 3E, one of the co-founders with Patricia Mabin, and we're in apply season. And one of the things we talk about is apply, but also I wanted to take a few minutes. So we're trying videos instead of, webinars to just share ideas for really the benefit of higher education, right? Oh, we need to improve our college going rate. We need to make the case for college. And of course, we want students to apply to colleges that they're interested in. And the big question is, why you? Why should we be interested as a student in you? So I thought I'd take today and just talk a little bit about content for the apply season. It's actually just good content for any part of the cycle. But right now in apply season, we're all looking to get better results. Our clients right now are off to a great start. Our content is one of the reasons why. There's various personas, but today I'm just going to highlight one of the most important parts of modern content, and that's interactivity. It's giving students a chance to participate in the journey and the material that they're looking at. That's what they do in their personal time. Often in higher education, we're busy spitting out what we want to say, but students respond best when they have a chance to participate, let alone drive the content journey and interactivity that they're participating in. So we're just going to talk a couple minutes about the data, some simple and fun examples of interactive content, and then a little the reasons why good content leads to good engagement, which leads to increased visitors, increased applications, increased deposits, which is ultimately what we're trying to achieve. So you know this intuitively, but it's always just good to stay grounded at interactive content from various reports. This happens to be rock content, is 2 times the engagement level for teenagers. So interactive content, 2 times the engagement level. And engagement means that they're learning more and more about your institution, and they're getting more and more comfortable and connected to what you're all about. And interactive video, now preferred by 43% of consumers, and specifically younger audiences like teens. So this is video already massively, core part of great content, but interactive video is now becoming more and more of what students are interested in. Again, it's about participating in the journey. Some basic stats about teens today. They're spending about 4 hours on their smartphones every single day. Of course, TikTok is one of those irresistible applications. And I called them out because TikTok is all about participation. It's the videos that you create. It's the dances that you create. It's the stories that you create. And then students wind up mimicking and doing and then recording these things. So TikTok is all about, it's not just, yes, it's a video. It's about you participating as the author, as the lead actress or actor in the story. And I think that is why one of the core foundations that makes TikTok so irresistible. And then what are students doing? They are using their iPhones at and during school hours. So there's a lot of data supporting that. But I pulled out the after school hours. Like, what are they doing at night on their iPhones? And the top 3 things: social media, gaming, and YouTube. So there you go. Social media, very interactive. Them and their friends, often participatory. Gaming, of course, they're all in. They're the gamer. And then YouTube, more interactive video. So you could see that young people are designing their own stories more and more. Just some popular sites where teens go today, and new sites and emerging places, something called Scratch. That's where our young people are creating their own stories. They're building their own games. They develop their own animation. So they are the authors of the actual stories that they're creating. Snapchat, of course, is taken off. What's important there is just the photo aspect of it. It's about expressing themselves visually as well as the other means that people are used to communicating. But again, Snapchat is all about you you're taking a picture about what you're doing. So, and then there, we won't get to play it, but there's many clips of YouTube or TikTok with the reels of what students are doing at school. Like they make fun of school, what they're doing in school, what they're doing in the classes, their sports, their teams, their clubs. And they're hilarious, most of them, quite funny. And again, what's interesting is just the students get to be the actor or actors themselves. And that's what's so interesting about the modern content today. It's so authentic, and you get to participate in the content in some way. So here are some really, really simple, exciting, and interesting things you can do on your content. And this content can apply in many different channels. It could be in videos, it could be in email, it could be in landing pages, it could be on your website. There's various digital aspects, but here's 4 examples. One is the scratch off. We use the scratch off quite a bit. It's allowing a reveal of something. It's very retail inspired. It could be a scholarship. It could be, credit or dollars to come on a visit. It's could be find out what swag you're going to get, whatever it is you'd like to communicate at different parts of the enrollment cycle. But the point is they see it, but they need to actually take their mouse and scratch off the overlay to see the reveal underneath it, and then it moves them to the next step, which is always your goal, move them to the next step. So interactive reveals, great, fun. Our data suggests the same thing, much higher engagement levels. Polls and surveys, not new, but a reminder. There's many different ways to do it, to show it, and to introduce your campus culture. It's a great way for students to see how you think about what's going on your particular campus and your student body, and then also letting them choose something interesting about it that they would be interested in, and then see the results. Like, what are other students clicking, saying, and seeing how they fit in? So surveys, polls, great interactive component to your content. Now the maps, interactive maps are awesome. They're so great. There's so many great tools to pull things together. We use this quite a bit on many different parts of our campaigns, again, driving much higher engagement and much longer times on website pages. Of course, you can have a map of your campus and some of the buildings. That's fine. Frankly, boring. What's really interesting is connecting the maps and showing students the community that you're in. Where are they going to go get ice cream? Where are they going to go to coffee shop? Where are they going to get sandwiches? Where are they going to hang out? What are the parks that are near them? And what's beautiful about today's technology is you can pull in the content. You don't write it. There's platforms that pulls in the content. You can then highlight the ones that you want. It makes it easy to see where the campus is and where these cool spots are. And then those cool spots have great content. They have great videos, they have great photos, they have great descriptions, and it's all available for the students so they can see the vibrancy of your college town. Almost all institutions are either in a great city or have a college town and really cool places around campus that students are going to. The interactive map, it's a no-brainer. It's strong content, highly interactive, highly interesting. And a good set of tech tools and platforms can make this a reality. So one more, immersive. So, it's not going away. We're all getting better at learning how to use immersive. So, my feedback is, hey, the immersive tour from building to building with a couple facts, about where a class is, are happening, or times that are open are really past their time. They're not that interesting and they're not that interactive, but you can take really great immersive photos, 360 photos or others, and start to put them into categories of things that provide context to the student. So you can say, all right, here's places you're going to learn, and then use the carousel. So instead of all of this and timing and people, just let them take control instead of getting in their way, especially getting in their way with, you have a form you need to fill out, then someone needs to speak to you. And then you've got all of this you're trying to figure out. Students are savvy. They don't need that. Get out of their way. provide a little bit of context, say, all right, this is where you're going to learn. This is life beyond the classroom. This is your athletics. This is a little bit about sports. This is the cool town. And then you use the carousel and they can easily scroll across your immersive photos, choose the ones that stand out to them, blow them up, and of course, start to navigate around themselves to see the full 360 view. So our experience is when you start to take immersive content, break it into chunks, provide context, get out of the student's way and let them get in there and let them start to manipulate, choose, and move the content around, engagement levels go up much higher than these sort of formal tours that students are, I think, tired of. Like, they get it. They can go on Google and they can see exactly the campus and the photos if it's done well right on Google. They actually don't need you to map out their campus buildings, but to give them an experience about where they might live, where they may go, who they might be with. What does Saturday sports look like? Now that you start to provide context, and then let them play with the content in that particular context, we see much higher engagement. So why do all of this? Well, of course, for score all your channels and score the engagement of what students are doing. They're telling you what they're interested in, but scoring in real time, not predictive scoring, not just your website. You need to connect as much as you can the different places and the different channels that your students are engaging and score it. Higher engagement leads to more visitors, more applicants, more deposits. For us, our data is what we define as high engagers. Nearly 50% of the time those students apply, and there's a very high deposit rate as well. And scoring allows the best real-time intelligence for your admissions team. So look, we've got months to go here on this cycle and the application season, and we all want our admissions counselors to spend their time with the most interested students. So, and then they get to do the magic that they get to do, that personal one-on-one conversation, discussion, visit, tour, and they connect with great young people on your campus. So again, interactive content leads to more engagement. More engagement means they know and are connected more about the substance and value of your institution. And then your admissions counselors can follow up in the great way that they do with students who are engaging, which is showing interest in your institution, and that will increase visitors, applications, and deposits. So with that, thank you. Have a great day, and I'll be doing more of these.